Hello everyone, and welcome. In today's Milady Barbering 6th Ed Chapter 6 Anatomy and Physiology Review Practice Session, we'll go through 22 updated questions designed to help you prepare for the exam. When each question appears, pause the video first, choose the answer you believe is correct, then comment your answer below before resuming the video to see the correct answer. Keep track of your score as you move through the questions, and let's get started. Flashcard 1. Define anatomy, physiology, and histology. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is anatomy, the study of the structures of the human body that can be seen with the naked eye and of what substances they are made. It is the science of the structure of organisms or of their parts. Physiology, the study of the functions and activities performed by a body's structures. Histology, aka microscopic anatomy, the study of the tiny structures found in living tissue. Flashcard 2. Identify the anatomical parts of the body that barbers will be most concerned with. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is head, face, neck, hands. Flashcard 3. What is a cell? Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is the basic unit of all living things. Flashcard 4. Define mitosis. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is division of the nucleus into two nuclei, each with the same number of chromosomes. Flashcard 5. Describe the composition of body tissues. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is the connective tissues in the animals are composed of proteins like collagen and fibrins. The muscle tissues are made up of actin and myosin. Furthermore, tissues are composed of water, carbohydrates, for example, glycogen, lipids, and minerals. Flashcard 6. What is an organ? Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is a group of different tissues that work together to perform a certain function. Flashcard 7. List 8 important organs of the body. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is heart, stomach, kidney, liver, lungs, brain, eyes, skin. Flashcard 8. What are systems? Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is a group of organs working together to perform a complex body function. Flashcard 9. Name the 11 body systems and their main functions. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is the 11 body systems are skeletal, physical foundation of the body, consist of the bones and movable and immovable joints. Muscular covers, shapes, and supports the skeleton tissue, also contracts and moves various parts of the body, consists of muscles. Nervous carries messages to and from the brain and controls and coordinates all bodily functions, consists of the brain, spinal cord, and nerves. Circulatory controls the steady circulation of the blood through the body by means of the heart and blood vessels. Lymphatic/immune protects the body from disease by developing immunities and destroying disease-causing toxins and bacteria. Endocrine affects growth, development, sexual activities, and health of the body, consists of specialized glands. Digestive changes food into nutrients and wastes, consists of mouth, stomach, intestines, salivary and gastric glands. Excretory purifies the body by elimination of waste matter, consists of kidneys, liver, skin, intestines, and lungs. Respiratory enables breathing, supplies the body with oxygen, and eliminates carbon dioxide as a waste product, consists of lungs and air passages. Integumentary serves as a protective covering for the body and helps in temperature regulation, consists of skin, accessory organs such as oil and sweat glands, sensory receptors, hair, and nails. Reproductive. The reproductive system performs the function of reproducing and perpetuating the human race. Flashcard 10. List the primary functions of the skeletal system. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is the skeletal system provides the shape and form for our bodies in addition to supporting, protecting, allowing bodily movement, producing blood for the body, and storing minerals such as calcium carbonate and calcium phosphate. Flashcard 11. Name the 2 parts of the skull and the number of bones in each. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is cranium, oval and bony case that protects the brain's 6 bones. Facial skeleton, composed of 14 bones. Flashcard 12. List the bones in the cranium. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is occipital bone, parietal bones, frontal bones, temporal bones, ethmoid bone, sphenoid bone. Flashcard 13. Identify the bone that joins all the cranial bones together. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is sphenoid bone. Flashcard 14. List the bones in the facial skeleton with their locations and functions. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is nasal bones, 2 nasal bones that form the bridge of the nose. Lacrimal bones, small, thin bones in front inner wall of orbit's eye sockets. 2 bones, zygomatic bones, malar bones or cheekbones, form the prominence of the cheeks. 2 bones, maxillae, 2 upper jaw bones. Mandible, lower jawbone, largest and strongest of the face. Flashcard 15. Where is the hyoid bone located? Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is at the base of the tongue that supports tongue and its muscles. Flashcard 16. Describe the function and composition of muscles. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is muscles are composed of contractile, fibrous tissues that stretch and contract to facilitate the action of various body movements. Flashcard 17. List and describe the parts of a muscle. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is origin, does not move and is attached closest to the skeleton. Belly, middle part of the muscle. Insertion, moved and is farthest from the skeleton. Flashcard 18. List the ways in which muscles may be stimulated. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is massage, electrical therapy, infrared light, dry heat, moist heat, nerve impulses, chemicals. Flashcard 19. List the scalp, facial, and neck muscles with their locations and functions. Page 152. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is scalp epicraniales, covers top of the skull and consists of occipitalis and frontalis. Occipitalis, back portion of epicranius, muscle that draws the scalp backwards. Frontalis, front portion of the epicranius, raises eyebrows, scalp forward, causes wrinkles across forehead. Epicranial aponeurosis, tendon that connects occipitalis and frontalis muscles. Flashcard 20. List and describe the functions of the 2 main divisions of the nervous system. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is central nervous system consists of the brain, cranial nerves, spinal cord, and spinal nerves. It controls consciousness and all mental activities, functions of all 5 senses, voluntary muscle actions including all body movements and facial expressions. Peripheral nervous system, made up of sensory and motor nerve fibers that extend from the brain and spinal cord to all parts of the body. Their function is to carry impulses, or messages, to and from central nervous system. Subdivisions of this system are the autonomic and somatic systems which control involuntary and voluntary functions and actions. Flashcard 21. List and describe the 2 types of nerves found in the human body. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is sensory nerves carry impulses or messages from the sense organs, where sensations such as touch, cold, heat, sight, hearing, taste, smell, pain, and pressure are experienced. Motor nerves carry impulses from the brain. Flashcard 22. List the ways in which nerves may be stimulated. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is chemicals, massage, electrical current, light rays, heat, moist heat.